Yeah, okay, here I will show you how to deploy a JavaScript app from our previous created deployment of the Azure API for FHIR. So everything we have to follow this link. Yeah, the first step is the initial setup. Why I want to show this? Because if you want to follow this video to do something, it's better that you understand the prerequisites. So the prerequisites will be: one, you have to have an Azure subscription, and then you have to have an Azure Active Directory tenant, and it's better you install the Postman for the test. Postman is a tool that you can request some through an API. Yeah, so the first step is the initial setup. The first one is deploy Azure API for FHIR, and it said if you haven't already, you have to deploy that. And if you still remember, we already did that. Then once you have your Azure API deployed, you have to do the CORS setting. Okay, let me show you how to do that. Okay, so you still remember last time when we deployed that, it showed your deployment is complete. Then we click go to resource. So here is the resource with Azure API for FHIR that we created before, and we go to the CORS settings. Yeah, as instructed, you still remember what we have to input. Origins star, header star, methods select all, and maximum age 600. So we put a star here, another star here, method. This method means if you want to make a request, you have different way of request, whether you get a data or whether you want to send some data. Maximum age 600. Allow credentials. Not sure what we have to choose or not. So we don't choose, maybe. We click save. So that's it. Okay, then the next step is to register. So let's follow the instruction. First, we need to go to the Azure Active Directory and then select the app registration, new registration, and then do the setup. Let's keep in this mind, and we do that. We want to find the active Directory. Okay, here we follow the app registration, new registration. So here we need to give a name. I'm not sure which name is okay, so I use the conventional name. Choose this organizational directory, and here, following the instruction, we have to use this URL as read directory URL, and we choose public client native. Okay, choose here, and we put it here. And as before, I also copy and paste here, just in case later I want to use it. Then I click the register. It seems done. Then after the registering, we have to copy and paste somewhere this application client ID and directory client ID. So as it said, it's under the overview tab. Here we see the application client ID and directory ID. So we put it here to be more clear. Yeah, I like doing this way. Okay. Okay, the next step is to connect with the web app, and it said if you have written your web app, but we haven't. So let's skip this one first. We look at add API permissions. See, we need to select API permissions and click add a permission. And under APIs, my organization uses search for Azure. Okay, let's do it. Go to the API permissions. We need to add a permission. Okay. Then we should click APIs my organization use. Then here we search for Azure Healthcare APIs. We click and we tick this user impersonation APIs. Let's check. Yeah, we don't have to do anything else. Add permissions. Then that's it. You are editing permissions to your application. This will have the consent even if they have already done so previously.